Welcome to Ghetto Classics, where music plays on and on. The prowess in strumming and blowing these instruments has been made possible because one woman believed they too can become masters in classical music.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
My name is Martha Luach. I come from Korogocho and I play the violin. And you're watching The Strength of a Woman.
Korogocho, situated in the fringes of Nairobi, is the fourth largest slum in Kenya, according to the 2009 census. It is home to about 200,000 people, most of them crammed in tin and mud houses. Poor infrastructure, coupled with overcrowding, worsened by the proximity to the largest dump in the country, Korogocho makes for a sad tale of what it means to be poor. But something is cooking at the St. John's Catholic Church. It is lyrical. The pulse rises and falls with every musical instrument that a child plays ever so passionately. For some, this is all they need right now to escape the realities of growing up in a slum without access to much-needed amenities. Self-expression is something they are learning to achieve here.
This is somewhere that they physically can come to and escape, and I know a lot of them prefer to come to the center than to be at home. One, because at home sometimes they are being made to do chores and work so hard and they're not allowed to do their own thing. Two, because especially the girls, there's a lot of harassment. But I also think it's a place to escape even in your soul, in your heart, that when they play, they can forget, and for a while they are away from the darkness that surrounds them when they go home.
Elizabeth was slowly learning that it is one thing to dream. She never anticipated the magnitude of the challenges that she would encounter.
I was very naive. I didn't, of course I knew it's poverty, that I understood. But the issues that we deal with, I would never have dreamt them. Never, 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 never. And I mean, I was one to preach about how powerful music is because for me, it means so much to me as well, and I understand that. But I have seen firsthand how music can change somebody, can give them hope.
There is joy in giving. Now she knows.
There's one boy who he was not here today, but he's been invited to a conducting competition in Germany, and from there he's going on a train to go to Switzerland to a conservatory there because they're considering taking him in. And it's because he's very good, but because he has a mentor who has walked him through his journey for the last 4 years, who sits down with him every 3 months, and that is what has made this boy a success.
Through Ghetto Classics, they have been to places they never imagined they would go. They have played for presidents, and when the head of the Catholic Church in the world, Pope Francis, visited Kenya, these young men and women were there to showcase their prowess, all because somebody believed in their ability, the challenges notwithstanding.
There are issues of security in the sense that we cannot keep our instruments here. We have to, move them in and out whenever we have rehearsals. If we have a night event, especially with the young children, we cannot come back. Part of our costs involve finding a place for them to sleep outside of Korogocho. All of them have been mugged. Some of my girls here have experienced sexual assault. So those issues are definitely, unfortunately part of what we do. But we do it despite that.
Elizabeth has not always done this. In fact, she's a biochemist and pharmacist.
So I did pharmacy in Scotland for 3 years, and then I worked in London for 7. You can imagine earning good salary as a pharmacist, to being a poor artist, and particularly so because I'm doing something that's very different. I think maybe if I had stayed as a singer, which I am as well, it wouldn't have been as difficult. But because I decided to walk a path that hadn't been walked before, you know, bringing classical music to Korogocho, it has even been more difficult. Definitely your lifestyle changes.
And therein, perhaps, lies the difference between doing something you're passionate about and working to earn a good salary.
I love what I do so much. It's not a struggle to do it in that sense. I love it. I love the kids I work with. I love the dreams that we're building. I love to create. I feel, and I'm still that foolish young person who thinks I can do everything. So I get this idea, and I'm like, we're gonna do this, and so so yes, it's hard, but I wouldn't be doing anything else.
How do you want then to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as someone, or as an example of someone who used their gifts to make a difference.
Elizabeth is the brains behind the Art of Music Foundation and now Ghetto Classics. Both programs are geared towards promoting music performance among underprivileged communities in the country. Every week, they reach about 300 youth, teaching them music. Let's examine that gift once again. That gift that prompted her to leave a well-paying job as a pharmacist to plunge into the unknown territory of teaching music. For Citizen Weekend, I am Anne Mawade.